Welcome all, I am Vishwas Khere from SSR College, Silvassa. In today's tutorial, we will talk about definition of matrix space with example. First, let us take an example. Show that Rd, where dxy is defined as modulus of x minus y for all xy belongs to R, where what is R? R is set of real number, is a matrix space. Solution. First, clearly dxy is equal to modulus of x minus y is greater than equal to 0, because we know modulus of any real number is greater than equal to 0. Second, dxy is equal to 0 if and only if modulus of x minus y is equal to 0, if and only if x minus y is equal to 0, because if modulus of a real number is 0, then the number itself is 0, which is same as x minus y is 0, this gives x is equal to y. So, the second condition says that dxy is equal to 0 if and only if x is equal to y. The third, dxy is equal to modulus of x minus y, which can be written as the same as y minus x. And this by definition becomes dyx, definition of dyx. So here dxy is equal to dyx. Now fourth, let z belongs to x, then dxy by definition it is modulus of x minus y, which is same as x minus z plus z minus y, because if we subtract z and add z, there is no effect. But this is less than equal to modulus of x minus z plus modulus of z minus y by triangle inequality. But these two things by definition again becomes dxz plus dzy. So fourth condition is dxy is less than equal to dxz plus dzy. Hence, D is a metric on X and XT is a matrix space. So by this example, we can say a set Rd becomes a matrix space if D satisfies these four properties: dxy greater than equal to 0, dxy is equal to 0 if and only if x is equal to y, dxy is equal to dyx, and for any z belongs to x, dxy is always less than equal to dxz plus dzy. Now let us see precise definition. The definition says, let X be an arbitrary non-empty set. It means it contains some element. A mapping D from X cross X to R is called a metric on X, or it is called distance function on X if it satisfies the following condition. The first, that dxy should be greater than equal to 0 for all xy belongs to X. Second, dxy is equal to 0 if and only if x is equal to y for all xy belongs to X. Third condition, dxy should be equal to dyx, again for all xy belongs to X. And fourth one, dxy is less than equal to dxz plus dyz for all xyz belongs to X. The pair xd in this case is called a matrix space. Now let us take an example. Let X be an arbitrary non-empty set. For xy belongs to X, we define dxy is equal to 0 if x is equal to y, and dxy is equal to 1 if x is not equal to y. It means dxy can take any two values, either 0 or 1, depending on whether x is equal to y or x is not equal to y. Then xd is a matrix space and D is called a discrete matrix. It means it is having special name discrete matrix. So let us prove all that four properties which we have seen in the definition. Clearly dxy is greater than equal to 0 because it takes either value 0 or 1, so it is greater than equal to 0. Second, dxy is equal to 0 if and only if x is equal to y. This is by definition, because dxy is 0 if x is equal to y, or x is equal to y, dxy is equal to 0. So second property satisfied. Now third, if x is equal to y, then dxy is equal to 0. But in this case, it is same as dyx because x is equal to y. So dyx is also 0. So these two are equal. Now if x is not equal to y, then dxy and dyx both value having equal 1. So in this case also dxy is equal to dyx. Now for fourth one, let z belongs to x. Now if x is equal to y, then what will happen? dxy is 0 by definition. So the left hand quantity is 0, which is less than equal to dxz plus dyz. These two are both are non-negative quantity by this way. So dxz is greater than 0, dyz is greater than 0, it may be 0 or 1. So, but ultimately the sum of these two is greater than or equal to dxy. Now suppose dx is not equal to y, then dxy is equal to 1 again by definition, and then because x is not equal to y, so the third point z, it is either not equal to x or it is not equal to y. So either dyz is equal to 1 or dxz is equal to 1. So again in this case, because left hand side is 1 and right hand side, it will be 1 plus 1 or 1 plus 0 or 0 plus 1. So in any case, in this case also dxy is less than or equal to dxz plus dyz. Hence, D is a metric on X and xt is a metric space. Let us take one more example. Let x is equal to R2, that is plane, and take 2 points x is equal to x1, x2 and y is equal to y1, y2. And dxy is defined as under root x1 minus y1 square plus x2 minus y2 square. Then the space xd is a metric space. Again we will have to prove all that 4 properties. First, dxy, clearly x minus y square plus x2 minus y2 square is greater than or equal to 0. For second property, dxy, modulus of x minus y1, x1 minus y1 square plus under root x1 minus y1 square plus x2 minus y2 square is equal to 0. If and only if x1 minus y1 square plus x2 minus y2 square is 0. If and only if x1 minus y1 square is equal to 0 and x2 minus y2 square is equal to 0. Because these two are non-negative quantity and their sum is 0, it means both quantities should be equal to 0. But this gives x1 minus y1 is equal to 0 and x2 minus y2 is equal to 0. This gives x1 is equal to y1 and x2 is equal to y2. But this implies if x1 is equal to y1 and x2 is equal to y2, then x is equal to y. Third, dxy is equal to x1 minus y1 whole square plus x2 minus y2 whole square, which can be written as y1 minus x1 square plus y2 minus x2 square. But by definition, this becomes dyx. So the third property dxy is equal to dyx is satisfied. The fourth one, z is equal to z1, z2 belongs to x. Then dxy is equal to modulus under root of x1 minus y1 square plus x2 minus y2 square, which can be written as x1 minus z1 plus z1 minus y1 whole square plus x2 minus z2 plus z2 minus y2 whole square, which is less than or equal to under root x1 minus z1 square plus x2 minus z2 square plus z1 minus y1 whole square plus z2 minus y2 square. But by definition, this becomes dxz plus dzy. It means in this case also dxy is less than or equal to dxz plus dzy. Hence, D is a metric on X and xt is a metric space. Now let us talk about a Minkowski inequality for 1 less than or equal to p less than infinity. If alpha I beta I belongs to R, then summation I is equal to 1 modulus of alpha I plus beta I to the power p to the power 1 by p is less than or equal to summation I is equal to 1 to n modulus of alpha I to the power p to the power 1 by p plus summation I is equal to 1 to n modulus of beta I to the power p to the power 1 by p. We used this Minkowski inequality in above example by taking p is equal to 2, alpha I is equal to modulus of xi minus zi and beta I is equal to modulus of zi minus y, where I is equal to 1 and 2 in property number 4. These are the references. P.K. Jain, Khalid Ahmed, a matrix space, published by Narosa Publishing House. Thank you very much.